Beautiful morning, December 13th, and time for an update. Here we have a pumpkin, and in amongst the pumpkin we have some cucumbers that I planted pretty late, but we've had such a cool, wet season that I'm hoping that we'll get something off them. So they're all along here. We have the strings for the cucumbers to go up, and they're getting quite tall now, so hopefully soon they'll start climbing up the plants. Here we have our second planting of corn. I need to go through and break some of these off. There's too many on them all, but they're doing really well. Here I've cleaned up a lot of the stuff that was going to seed. We still have the spring onions there, and yeah, still more cleaning needed there. Over here we've made more lasagna beds out of this one. Here we had the garlic, and we had warrigal greens all over it. So I pulled the warrigal greens off so I can see the garlic. And you can see here most of the little ones have re-sprouted because they got so wet and in the rain. So I need to actually pull them up, separate them, and replant them in another position. Here we have the spinach and the old corn, which I've harvested the corn. That was really good harvest. This is a gourd. It's a smaller variety. There's one couple here growing. The ornamental shaped one. You can still eat them. There's not as much flesh on them. But this is the biggest leaves I've ever seen on a gourd. They're huge. You see it next to my hand. So it's loving that position there. This is on a lasagna bed again. This is an Italian pumpkin in here somewhere. I have one that I hope is taken. So it's quite a long pumpkin. It's kind of taken over. It starts in that bed there, and it's just taken over 2 beds, and will take over the entire garden, I think, if I let it. Into the cucumbers. Oh, not cucumbers, capsicum. These are doing awesome. Been eating them almost daily, and they've had really beautiful thick flesh. And I think today we might pick our red capsicum. Look how big and beautiful that is. I think I might need something to break it off there. Look at that, that's gorgeous. It feels so thick too. So there's some more of these here. Another one changing colour. Now what I do have, I believe, is broad mite damage, and I really need to treat it soon so it doesn't spread too far. But that's, yeah, a little bit of a problem that we have here with the capsicums. Now obviously managed to get some kind of moth come in here. Just check out that caterpillar eating my capsicum. Right. Here we have our zucchinis, and we have some flowers starting over here on this one. I got one zucchini here, but judging by the fact that it hasn't grown too much, I don't think it was successful in pollinating it. There's lots of new female flowers coming soon. All the rest of these are male ones at the moment. See here, we're still getting some snail damage, but it was a lot less than what it was before, and that's because I found a whole city of snails when I was weeding out the Warrigal greens and also the patch next door to this. You can see out there that the pumpkin has escaped out there, so I'm happy for it to go out there as far and long as it wants. And here we have our first loofah flowers. They look like all male flowers at the moment. I haven't seen any female ones yet, but that's growing really well. I'm really excited to have that this year. I have nowhere to walk around here. And we do have the spaghetti squash. He's trying his best to get his own sunlight and get up in the world, so hopefully we'll get some spaghetti squash later too. We have around the place a few wild tomatoes. Some more in amongst the Warrigal greens here, and I did plant a new sweet potato, but he's kind of had to survive on his own. It's like the New Zealand Kulma variety, kind of purple skinned and pale inside. See, this is the problem. These little snails are ruining everything, so I really need to pull the Warrigal greens out of here as well and catch all the snails. This first chicken yard was successfully growing lots of weeds. This is a tree that was cut down, so I just put it all here so that the leaves will drop off, and then I'll move the branches. We had watermelon here, but it really hasn't taken off at all. I don't think it's getting enough sun for starters, but it's just not really doing well. And the second yard, we have 5 beautiful pumpkins. Haven't had very many more female flowers flowering. It's kind of slowed right down, but it's still growing out. It's not, the soil isn't as nutritious out here as it is back at the base, so I don't know if that's affecting it. Cucumbers, these ones here are a little gherkin one, and they're growing like crazy. They're really nice and tasty as well, even as a normal cucumber. This is a self-seeded tomato, which I've covered up from the bugs. So another couple I need to cover up. I'm not sure if it's a indeterminate or determinate. It's quite slow growing, so I don't know, maybe it's a determinate. I can never figure that out. Okay, some more cucumbers. These ones here are like a I don't know if these are Lebanese or these are the burpless ones. I'm confused what I put where, but they are growing really well. Picked some of this yesterday. And these ones here are also doing really well. They look more like Lebanese, but they're really long, so I don't know what I planted, but that's that. Our sweet potato patch, which keeps getting broken into by the chickens. And over here, this is our biggest pumpkin that we have, and I've had to surround this because I've still got a chicken that keeps getting in here. And these are white eggplants, you can see there. Our beans are pretty much finished. I've picked all the dry pods off it for seed, but I see now that we're actually getting a new run of flowers and beans coming through, which is exciting. So we might get to eat a few more. Won't be much, but there's some few little ones coming along here. In fact, actually this one needs picking. So there'll be one more round of beans that we might get to eat over the next few weeks. And that's about it. So I'm really happy with the harvest that we got off these beans. Really happy with my capsicum. I'm going to go and cut this open and just see how thick that skin is.